Today we're going to look at how to thread up a sewing machine, and the sewing machine I will be demonstrating on is a Bernina. At the top of your machine are your thread holders. Some machines have got their thread holders just laying inside here, but your thread holders are always on the right hand side. To thread up the sewing machine, the thread first goes on the thread holder and then through the thread guide. And I'm just going to turn this around to show you the thread guide at the back of the machine. Sometimes you may have your thread guide at the top of your machine, but it needs to go through the thread guide first and then through the tunnel. Then we'll come back to the front of the machine. Once it's through your thread guides, it needs to go into your thread regulator, which is this one here, and your take-up lever, which is this one here. Sometimes the take-up lever needs to be in position, so you could just move the hand wheel. And then once it's gone through the take-up lever, then it just goes into the holder for the needle here. Now, all machines thread like this, and what you have to remember when you're threading a machine is the letter N. All machines, no matter what make it is, they make the letter N. So after you've gone through your holder here, then you just need to thread the needle, and then we're ready to go with the bobbin. The important thing about threading the needle, because sometimes your machine may not work because your needle's not threaded correctly. This machine, the needle threads from front to back. Some machines, the needle thread from left to right. The only way to tell is to run your fingers down your needle. If you find a groove at the front, because my finger is in the groove here, your needle threads from front to back. If your groove is on the side, your needle will thread from right to left. If your thread is anyway wrapped around your needle, your stitches may not come out looking nice because the machine is not threaded correctly. Once your machine is threaded, we're going to put the bobbin and the bobbin case in. There are two ways of putting bobbin cases in. You can either put it by the top, which is what I call a top loader, in which case you only need your bobbin, or you can put it by the front, which is what I call the front loader, and in the case you need your bobbin and your bobbin case. Okay, the bobbin and the bobbin case. If you have what I call a top loader, when you drop your bobbin in, you just should follow the diagram on the bobbin case holder and thread your machine that way. As we have a front loader here, one thing you've got to make sure is that your bobbin thread is running clockwise. So that's clockwise. So with it running clockwise, we will put it in our bobbin case. Now the bobbin case has a cut here. That's where I'm putting my finger in the cut. So the thread has got to run in the cut, and then it's got a metal bit here. You just pull it underneath the metal bit and it's ready to put into the machine. And just make sure that the thread is laying on the hole. And to go into the machine, it's got to go up at this angle, because if we look into the machine, which I'm going to tilt for you, you will see a cutout shape here. So where that cutout shape is, this hand has got to go in there. So I'm just going to put my bobbin in, and if you listen, it should click in. If it doesn't click in, it's not in properly. So once we put our bobbin and bobbin case into the machine, we need to get the bottom thread to come to the top. And to do that, we hold our top thread loosely, and then we take our hand wheel and then we turn it so that the needle goes down and then comes back up again. Now, if you look at what I've been doing, I've been turning it in the same direction. So don't go forward and backwards, just turn in the same direction. And also your take-up lever, which is here, it lowers and then comes back up again. And when it reaches the top, that's when you stop. Don't go twice or 3 times, just do that function once. And once the lever is back at the top, you just pull the thread, your top thread and your bottom thread comes up, and it's now all ready for sewing. So I'm just putting my threads at the back, closing the bobbin hold case, and my machine is threaded up and ready to go. I hope you found this useful.